the top 10 hottest comics of the week based off of cover prices data. That is right, based off of sales data, not speculative data. There's no such thing as speculative data, is there? But sales data, guys. People who
That's a conundrum, right?
People who are buying books, prices go up, keeping tabs on all the hotness based on an algorithm. CoverPush releases their top 10 hottest comics of the week on a Monday. Our show is on a Friday. What we like to do is dive into those top 10 hottest books, and Chris gives his 3 most interesting picks of the week. So here we go. We're going to get right into it right now. I'm just super happy that the Sixers won, by the way. Thank you, Chris. I'm glad you played with me like that. Moving on. Top 10 hottest comics of the week. At number 10, Alpha Flight, number 1. This thing is in and out, up and down, but I love it. John Byrne is an icon, in my opinion. Number 9, Thor 617, the first appearance of Kid Loki. At number 8, we have Spawn, number 1. At number 7, we have Web of Spider-Man, number 1, the Bagley variant, 1 in 25, the first appearance of Harley Keener. He was the kid who was in Iron Man 2. Was it Iron Man? No, Iron Man 3. Number 6 is Hawkeye, number 1. And number 5 is What If, Planet Hulk, number 1, the first appearance of his son Scar. Number 4, The Nice House on the Lake again this week, guys. James Timey and just killing it. Number 3 is Web of Spider-Man. Number 1, the Matuzak variant. Number 2 is Thor Annual. Number 18, first cameo appearance of Lady Loki. And at number 1, Web of Spider-Man. Number 1. Lots of interesting picks here. Lots of things going on. Again, I'm a huge John Byrne fan, so I'm a little partial to number 10. I really quite enjoy it, and I do have a Web of Spider-Man coming at me from my local comic shop there. But now let's just get to Chris and get into the 3 most interesting picks of the week. That was perfect timing, Chris.
All right.
What do we got? Pick your 3 most interesting picks. Let's just get into it.
So, very interesting list. There's one book on this top 10 list that had three books variants, right? But my number 3 this week is What If, Planet Hulk, number 1. So this is the first appearance of Scar, right? This is the son of Hulk. I like this, okay?
Now, how do you pronounce it again?
Scar.
I like it.
All right. So cover price, this is what cover price quoted. This is what they said. Super unconfirmed rumors. Okay. That Scar would appear or could appear in the upcoming She-Hulk show. I love cover price. I give you big props for wording it like this, super unconfirmed rumors, because that's all that it is. That's all that it is. And there's a theme with these 3 books that I picked, but look at this, 493% increase in sales, $250 for a high raw, or the high raw sale, $250. CGC 9.8 high, $600.
Damn.
Absolutely crazy. Now, I'm just going to leave it at that, but I'm going to talk about these next couple of books, and then I'm going to say something to all of them, if that makes sense. Okay, we're going to come back to it. So, hey, look, I'm all for the speculation. And if this happens in the MCU or in the She-Hulk show, then hey, I'm all for it, right? Let's go into number 2, though, because this is a very, very fun one. Fun in a, I'm not saying fun and all there's some complexities around this, okay? But my number 2 pick is Thor Annual, number 18. So this book, oh my goodness. First off, it's the first quote-unquote cameo appearance of a female Loki, but most likely not the female Loki that we are seeing in, spoiler! Guys, I mean, it's out there in the news. If you guys aren't aware of this, if you're not watching the Loki show, I do apologize. It's not really giving anything away in terms of the show in totality, but it seems that there's a female Loki in the Disney Plus Loki show, okay? I'll say it like that. And if that's the case, this female Loki that we see in this book is most likely not that one. All right. Now, nothing's confirmed here. I'm saying most likely, but look at this. 628% increase in sales with a high raw copy of $40. This book was a few dollar book a week ago. So here's the thing. And what happened was If you have the Key Collector app, and don't take this, I don't want anybody watching taking this the wrong way. All right? I'm not shaming Key Collector, but we know what Key Collector does. Okay? They send out pings for hot book alerts, or if there's any type of speculation going on, they will ping you and you'll get a notification. This one said, Key speculation alert. This book has a cameo appearance of a female Loki, which is being rumored to have correlation to the Loki show. And then what happens? People go straight to eBay or straight to whatever, Mercari or wherever they're buying their books, and they're buying it. Okay, that's fine. Key Collector's not telling you to buy anything. Okay, you're doing it on your own free will, right? Okay, let's talk about number one. My number one pick is Web of Spider-Man, number one. First appearance of that dude, Iron Man 3. That dude. He's getting so popular, man. Harley Kenner. That's right. His first appearance in comics. We know that he was kind of grown up at the end of Endgame at Tony's funeral. Speculation of, oh, why don't they make him the new Iron Man and all this? Well, guess what? He's shown up in a comic book. So what does that mean? I think it could mean that there's definitely some strong implication that we could see his character in the MCU again to some capacity, right? Look at this, because this book was just released a couple weeks ago. 396% increase in sales with a high raw of $32. And remember, there was 2 other variants that made it on the list as well. This cover A was number 1 in the top 10. It's my number 1 pick. Look, I'm all for this book being hot right now. You know how I get down. I'm all for the speculation and the market doing its thing. And look, demand is outweighing supply. We saw a huge increase in demand, and people are willing to pay $30 for this book right now. That's all gravy. But let's go back and do kind of a quick summary of how I feel about my third and second picks, okay? My question, and I'm probably going to do, I won't dive too much into it. I'm going to let you guys sit on this, okay? But I'm probably going to do a video about this on my YouTube channel in the next week or so. This is not market. You guys that watch probably know that I can't really stand the term market manipulation. It's thrown out there way too much. People talk about, oh, it's market manipulation. You know, speculators, Sony speculators bloating up the prices. Stop. It's very hard for prices not to be organic. All right. But what did we talk about a few weeks ago when we talked about the Midnight Suns speculation with people announcing it as being confirmed when it's only rumors? Who knows who started them, right? So although there's no market manipulation, well, that's close to market manipulation, because if they're giving you false information, you are making a decision, a purchasing decision based on false information. Well, there's no, to my knowledge, false information about any female Loki or, you know, a son of Hulk showing up. It's all rumor, and we're making our purchasing decisions based on those rumors, and that's fine. But when you get a book that's $2 or $3, like Thor Annual 18, up to a $40 book in a matter of a few days, just because the Key Collector app sent you a ping saying, oh, hey, we got female Loki going on in the Loki show, this may correlate. Our buyers simply so engulfed in FOMO that people that are sellers, right? This is just a hypothetical example. Maybe they get that same ping and they have a Thor Annual 18 laying around and they post it on eBay, knowing darn well, you know, as of that point, it's only a $2 or $3 book. And they say, $25, buy it now. So when that buyer, that collector gets the ping and goes to eBay and sees that listing, are they just buying it without any research on what the current fair market value is? So what I'm saying is this: are we so FOMO'd out that we are not allowing the demand to even catch up with supply before we start paying a higher tier price? Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm not saying that that's the case, but I'm putting a question mark on it because I think you can at least see a trend when books start to get hot. All right. But it could be the fact that maybe there weren't many of these books just being sold online. Right. So when the ping went out and a few people put them online. Maybe they were auctions. And maybe those people with the FOMO were saying, oh, shoot, I'm going to keep bidding until it gets to that $20, $30, $40. And I don't care because I want it. So that's the big question mark there. All these factors and variables are things that we should question and look at. And what I'm going to do on my own time is I'm going to go research that. I'm going to look at how are these books being sold? Are they auction items? Are they buy it now items? Did an influx of demand really overshadow the current supply in the market? Because remember what I always say, supply isn't about print run. Oh, it's a 90s comic, so there's no way it can go up in value that fast. No, that's not true. Supply only correlates to the number of books available on the market at any given time. So again, are we allowing ourselves to do the proper due diligence before we make the purchasing decisions? It's the big question mark. So stay tuned. We'll be talking about this more. And it shows these books right here, regardless of what's driving it, it shows you guys the market right now. People are willing to buy. All right. They're just willing to buy. And it's absolutely crazy.
I think it is the FOMO effect. I think we've been living in this pandemic where people that were fortunate to keep their jobs are not able to spend their money in the normal ways that they would. And they are just used to this now. Like this has been ingrained in them. They've been stuck inside just watching prices go up on things based off of the smallest piece of information or somebody completely pumping and dumping. Like it's real and it's a thing. And I agree with that point. Absolutely. There. So this is a fantastic list. That ends our top. Sorry, Chris. I always end. I
want to address and guys, I want to say two things right now. we're going to be wrapping up here in a minute because we're getting to the end of the show, but I'm going to be a guest on Tales from the Flip Side, discussing CBSI's top 10, not our top 10, Cover Price top 10, CBSI's top 10. We're going to have an awesome show. So I hope to see all you guys over there. Tales from the Flip Side, YouTube. If you're not subscribed, just search Tales from the Flip Side. Give them a subscribe. Find us over there. It starts at 8 p.m. Pacific, which is a short time from now. But I want to address a comment real quick. Heartman. I believe it was Heartman. Was it Heartman? He said, I want to know if these YouTubers buy. Do you see that, Jeff?
Yeah, I do. It was, I think it was Heroes
Reborn. That's the, yeah, it's where he said, not that one. It is Heroes Reborn, but it's not that one. Yeah, here we go. What I wonder is, do the YouTube guys buy these books before they discuss speculation on them? All right. I can only talk for me. All right. Because I am a YouTuber. Get some water real quick. And I know there's a lot out there that do top 10s. You know, Comic Tom has his top 10 with Gem Me. And they have their own format. CBSI, you know, they have a couple different YouTubers that talk about their top 10. We use Cover Price. All right. So I'm going to be completely transparent with you all. Quite honestly, you know, Jeff and I plan for the show all week long. So we see this top 10 list on Monday. So we have all week long before we look into these books. And to be quite honest, I'm going to tell you right now, I can't think off the top of my head one book that I saw once I was looking at the top 10 on Monday that I went and tried to buy before the show. And I'm going to tell you why the reason that is. Most of the time is because I already got my ears to the street. Mm-hmm. I'm already hip to the game. I'm following what's going on in a lot of these books. And if it's whether it's a new title or whether it's a back issue book like a 90s book like a Midnight Suns or a like this week Thor Annual 18. But what I will say, and this is where I'm being completely transparent, I do top 10 videos all the time. So like right now I'm doing my top 10 Fantastic Four. All right. So here's the thing. When I do the top 10, I don't do books that I already own because I'm trying to manipulate the market or anything like that. Because I hear that a lot. Oh, these people, they'll stack up on these books and then they'll talk about it. They'll make a video, say, oh, these are the hot top 10 books, and they already stacked them up, and then they're going to go flip them once they talk about them because they're manipulating the market, right? So when I do a top 10 list, I basically pick books that I hold myself to an ethical standard to talk about, meaning I do a checklist of why I feel they're valid for me to talk about. But I will say, if there's a book, if I'm doing research on certain books, why I'm filming my top 10 videos and I don't own it, I'll go look on eBay and I'll go look on Mercari or whatever. And if I find a good deal, I'll buy it. But I mean, look, we're all collectors, right? I'm not going to not be a collector just because I'm sitting here producing content. But another thing that I'm not doing is I'm not going to talk about a book that is like a $2 book and I'm going to go buy 10 copies of, knowing that I'm going to put it on a top 10 book just because I know you guys are watching and you guys might listen to what I'm saying and you might want to go buy it. That's what I'm not going to do. I am not going to ever exploit a book that shouldn't be in a top 10 list just because I own a bunch of them. So I hope that answers that question, Heroes Reborn. Like I said, that's my personal transparency. I can't speak for any other YouTubers, but yeah.
Yeah. And Heroes Reborn, just to be fair, he says, not saying you guys do that. Context. Never took that as context from you. But just so we're clear here, any type of we keep things completely separate. I sell things on eBay, but I never talk about the things I'm selling on eBay. You know what I mean? Like I'm never like, that's not what we do. We're not here like, yo, you should. We do give advice, like you should get this book. We also like you shouldn't get this book because that's a bad waste. But it's never for personal gain. I can say that for that's a fact. Chris and I always are careful of that. And we follow facts, and we have things that can back things. The things that we say, we have facts that can back it up. That's why we use a thing like cover price, which is more like a stock index it's fact based because there's data in that. Now the data can be skewed, but that's not by us. We're not manipulating anything. And we have like 750 subs, which we're all grateful for you guys. So I don't think we had that much sway. Chris actually has quite a few subs, more than 750, 10 times as many, I do believe. But like again. I'm happy to say we don't play that game.
Absolutely. But no, that's a great question. And I appreciate that because it allows us to be transparent. So
yeah, definitely. And I'm going to be really transparent right now.